Alrighty, well, I had just made a video of, I had one box that came in yesterday, and anyway, so I wasn't sure when the other stuff was going to get here, so I was just made like a quick video and opened up one box, had a couple parts in it, and then I'm just like, yeah, I'm really waiting on, like the most important thing I'm waiting on is my rivets and rivet gun. Because I really want to get the cab all finished up, because that's obviously a major part of the vehicle. Actually, it's the most major thing that I'm doing to the vehicle. Anyways, so yeah, now I'm having to redo the video. I deleted the old one because I stepped out the front door and I had two boxes waiting there. Anyways, so this was from the other video. That's the front support, the front driveline support piece. Mine, you could just tell that it was not in the best of shape, and I want all that stuff. I mean, just, you know, you're gonna get something like this, you want to go through everything and make sure everything is nice and tight and good and as possible. You know, these are vehicles that are definitely worthy of being kept in the best of shape, and so you just do it. So anyways, yeah, I got this. I got it from Hummer Parts Guy, I believe, and you know, it wasn't too bad. It was, I think, $90, and it's a spicer. And if you can see that right there, if I'm holding that in the right spot, but spicer. And yeah, so I'll be replacing that here pretty soon. And then I got a couple of these guys. I mean, I hope these are good and they last a while. I don't know how long these type last. I don't know how good they work. I mean, they're factory replacement, so oh yeah, it is Hummer Parts Guy. You know, so just another one of these things where I'm just going through, and things like this that wear, you know, they just replace the stuff. You know, obviously there's been some things where I've, you know, maybe didn't get a factory part or something because it was a noticeable amount cheaper, and you know, so I pick and choose where I spend the extra money. Oh, didn't take my head off of there. Anyways, whatever. Okay, so this is from Mac Motors. I forget off the top of my head what I ordered from them, which I do that a lot. the forgetting part. Let's see what I got from Mac Motors. Oh, that's what I got. Excuse me, jeez. Yeah, these are the these are the C-pillar, I mean, excuse me, the B-pillar pieces. They were a really good price, and they're brand new. So, it's like, you know, the ones that were in my vehicle were actually in pretty good shape, you know, considering the vehicle being, you know, 15 years old. But, you know, okay, well, that's, I don't know if that's some kind of coating they put on there so it keeps it fresh. Oh, that's kind of weird. Oh, I guess this is one of those new old stock type of things, because it has a manufacture date of 2008. But yeah, the price was, I mean, it wasn't that much. So I figured, you know what? Let's just get some brand new ones. So, anyways, got those. And this is what I've really been waiting for. Unfortunately, it turns out the 200 milliliter dual caulking gun, you know, epoxy gun. I had looked and, you know, Lowe's had one for 50 bucks. I'm like, cool. Like, I'm not trying to, you know, I'm doing just one vehicle with this stuff, a couple panels. I don't need an expensive gun. If I was using it, if I was building, if I'm doing 3, 4, 5 Humvees a year and selling them, then sure, I would actually get a really nice one. But that's not the case. So yeah, and then it turns out it's not something they have in stock. And so I've been waiting on this stuff. I finally got my rivets, all excited. And yesterday I went to go, because I knew I was going to probably get this here pretty soon. And so I went to get the that gun, and it wasn't. They don't have it in stock, and it was going to be like a week to get here. And I'm like, oh, you dirty, dirty rats. I freaking hate that kind of thing that happens. So now I get this stuff in this morning, you know, just a little bit ago. And, oh, that's nice. Little thing here that catches the rod piece when that breaks off. That's nice. You know, I didn't spend a whole lot of money on this. I think this is only like 25 bucks or something like that. It was one of those things where I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna hope for the best, you know, because once again, like, I don't normally do 1/4-inch rivets. So I had to get, you know, I had to get a gun, a special gun. I have a nice pneumatic one for normal rivets. But like I was saying with the other stuff, if I'm just doing one vehicle, I'm not going to go out and spend a bunch of money on a pneumatic riveter just for one vehicle. So these are structural rivets. They're 1/4-inch. And I did spend a good amount of time looking at different rivets, figuring out what would be best. And so even though I am using epoxy, you know, it's not like I'm coating the whole back with epoxy. But anyway, so these are structural rivets. And these are made by, what is it, Avdel, A-V-D-E-L. I think, if I remember correctly, they're a subsidiary of Stanley. And these are, so there's a bunch of different styles of rivets. And obviously this is a blind rivet. But this style here is called interlock. And how it works, yeah, that's all in there tight. So this is a structural rivet. I think it's like 900 pounds of shear force this thing can handle, just one rivet. So when I put these panels on, I'm replacing every single rivet in every spot with these. And so, I mean, that's, honestly, I probably don't even need the epoxy. But I'm doing the epoxy as well just because. And I do that just because, you know what, when it's all said and done, and maybe somebody wants to buy it, and I'm like, hey, you know what, you can go on YouTube, you can look at the videos that I did. I went well above and beyond with everything to make this as structurally sound as possible. And so there won't be any denying, oh, did you half-ass this? Did you half-ass that? That's not what I'm about. Sure, I pick and choose sometimes on spending a ton of money on a particular item because I don't have an unlimited bank. But there are certain things that I don't F around with. And this kind of thing, structural with the cab, it's going to be way overdone. So anyways, I had to go to 1/4 inch because I couldn't find any so the structural rivets that were 3/16, because that's what the Humvees made, was 3/16. None of those structural rivets could go a 1/2 inch thick at all. Like, I mean, maybe a 1/4 inch or something like that. The only way I could get up to, you know, how they, it's the grab range or the grip range. There we go. It's a grip range. So the grip range, the only way I could get over 1/2 inch was to go to a 1/4 inch rivet. And that meant I had to get a different gun and all that. And that's why I got that. But, you know, there's going to be some spots where I have 2 1/4 inch pieces of aluminum, like where the cab, actually the top of the cab, except for the front, because that don't just be all welded, because there's an angle there and it has to be welded. But all the rest of the wrap around the cab, the top part, that's going to be a 1/2 inch worth of aluminum all the way around. And then down the back sides, it's going to be a 1/2 inch of aluminum as well. And then everywhere else, it's, you know, my 1/4 inch plus whatever is there on the factory. You know, probably another 1/8 inch, because it might be like 2 16th inch pieces of aluminum, most likely. But anyways, so I had to have something that went over a 1/2 inch, and these are awesome. The grip range, how these are designed. Whoa, hey there. It actually says right here, we have 0.08 to 625. So that is a little under 1/8 of an inch. So this can go all the way down to a little under 1/8 of an inch. So basically like almost all the way. And then up to 625, which is 5/8. So, yep, I just need it to go to a 1/2 inch, and a tiny bit more is perfect. So, yeah, this wasn't too bad. There's 200 here, and, oh, I think, well, actually, you know what, it'll say here. I think I paid a little over like 125 or something. Does it say what I paid? No, it does not. But I think when it came, I think I paid around $125 with shipping and everything. So 200 of these structural blind rivets and the gun. I think I paid like 125-ish. Something like that. But now I'm a little bit bummed because now I can't do this right away because I don't have the gun for the epoxy. So what I'll probably wind up having to do is just get something through Amazon and be like, hey, can I get this the next day? And I'll probably wind up paying as much as if I would have just freaking got one from the same place that, you know, I got the epoxy itself from. I'll probably wind up paying the same. And I'm having more hassle now than I would have otherwise. So, you know, I mean, sometimes it goes that way. Nothing's ever perfect. You try to do your best to line everything up and do everything right, and you know, nothing's ever 100%. So it's the way it goes, and you just deal with it and don't get bent out of shape and keep moving forward. So yeah, no, I'm so excited about the rivets and the gun because I really want to get at the cab because that's such an important part of everything. All right, catch you guys later next time.